哈喽，各位亲爱的观众朋友们，大家好，我是两岸新闻台的新闻主播志玲。大家好，台北市长柯文哲于美国时间2019年3月22日中午结束出席台北波士顿生技产业交流论坛后，傍晚柯文哲来到麻省理工学院参加波士顿地区青年创业及台湾留学生座谈会。他以从医师到市长为题发表演说。柯文哲分享他当年进到台北市政府，最惊讶的事就是台北市政府所属的员工多达8万人，却缺乏现代化的企业管理技术。因此他一开始当市长就花了很长的时间在讨论跟确立台北市政府整个组织的使命、愿景以及核心价值，也就是台北市政府的策略地图。柯文哲说，台北市政府的两个最重要使命就是要为市民服务以及帮城市搞创新。记者鄒志中报道。
Mr. Roman, ladies and gentlemen, okay, I'm Taipei City Mayor 柯文哲, and it's my great honor, okay, to be here to give a short talk, okay. And today my topic is present situation and prospects for Taiwan, okay. First of all, may I introduce myself? After I graduated from senior high school, I went to medical school of National University Hospital, and I studied there for 7 years. Because in Taiwan, we combine the program of university and the medical school together. It is a 7-year program. I studied medical school for 7 years. Then thereafter, okay, 2 years of military service in the army. And after that, I returned to the Department of Surgery at the National University Hospital to be a resident. And I worked there for 5 years. After that, I became a research fellow in the surgical department of the University of Minnesota. Okay, I worked there for 1 year. Then I returned to National University Hospital to be a staff in the surgical department. And I worked as a surgeon for 20 years. And in 2014, suddenly I became the mayor of Taipei City, okay. And when I left the hospital, at that time, okay, I was a director of surgical intensive care unit. And I was a professor in the medical school, okay. So I have a nickname in Taiwan, called P. P means professor. And up to now, okay, I still think myself as a scholar, not a politician. So if possible, please check my name, KOWJ, Taiwan in Midland, okay. And you can find a lot of publication of mine. And I was responsible for trauma program, organ donation program, organ transplantation program, ECMO program. ECMO is a kind of artificial heart and lung, okay. And I was responsible for surgical emergency service. In a word, I was a surgical critical care specialist. Then, in 2014, I became the mayor of Taipei City. People always ask me, okay, why I ran for the election campaign for Taipei City mayor, okay. Anyway, to me, okay, life is always a surprise, also. So I don't want to talk too much about this story. In 2014, my slogan in election campaign, in order to change Taiwan, you must change Taipei. In order to change Taipei, you must change culture. To me, election campaign is only a social movement based on culture. And to me, okay, I hope to run a campaign to change political culture in Taiwan. This is my slogan. And this is what you could want. This is what you could find in the Taiwan election campaign in the past, okay. A lot of banners, flags in the street, okay. And this, okay. No matter you like or dislike, this is the situation. However, in 2014, when I ran my campaign, I tried to do something. I tried to do something new. For example, we refused flags and banners. We said no. Okay. And we refused to buy advertisement and the news. You know, in Taiwan, news is produced, not reported. Okay, so we refuse to buy advertisement in the news, and we refuse to bribe media owners and pundit. In Taiwan, there are many guys who make a living in a night talk show on TV. Okay, I believe they are troublemaker in Taiwan, and I refuse to bribe these troublemaker to win the election. And my own personal properties, assets, tax statements, and the bank account information were open to the public. I try to let people know this information. And my own campaign expenses information was open to the public. Okay. And I believe, okay, we raise money for campaign, not make money from campaign. So when I thought it was enough for me to run the campaign, I stopped fundraising 1 month before the election. We refused fancy but unreal policies to bribe voters. Okay. In a word, I hope we can make people to believe. We can make people believe what they should believe. So I hope I am not a pretty leader. I hope I am a culture preacher. I try to make Taiwan people believe what they should believe. And finally, we won the election, and I became the mayor of Taipei City. Someone asked me, okay, why Taipei citizens chose you to be the mayor? My answer is because they were so desperate. They were tired of political party fighting in the past 20 years in Taiwan. They were tired of it, okay. So they thought, since there is no better choice, maybe we can try something new, okay. This is why they chose me, okay. In fact, what people need is a better life, maybe a better living standard, that's all, okay. So my goal is very simple. I try to establish a right society in which the government is reliable. Public officials are to serve people. Laws are for people to follow, not for your reference. And of course, justice must be fair. And the cops are to catch the bad guys, not people in the opposite parties. And if you are put in a jail, that is because you are guilty, not because you are powerless. Okay. So to me, political goals are very simple. Okay. To try to establish a normal society. The government should be reliable. I mean, people must believe what the government says. If people don't believe what the government says, there will be a lot of problems. So the government should be reliable. And the public officials are to serve people, not to lead, to manage, to control people. So I hope Taipei City government should be an organization to serve people. Laws are for people to follow, not for your reference. In Taiwan, it is not, how to say, it is not decent to obey the law. This is a big problem. Okay, laws are for people to follow, not for your reference only. Justice must be fair. Justice cannot be a political tool. Okay, unfortunately, this is still a problem in Taiwan. Cops are to catch the bad guys. Okay, and finally, if you are put in a jail, that is because you are guilty, not because you are powerless. So, my political principles are very simple. Do the right thing, do things right, and work hard. That's all. Okay. When, in fact, I have been a director of surgery and test. Sorry. In fact, I had been the director of surgical intensive care unit at the National Taiwan University Hospital for 17 years before I became the mayor. And I can tell you, okay, what is the difference between a mayor and the SIU director? To be a SIU director, you don't need soft power. What is hard power? Okay, I force you to follow my rule. What is soft power? I persuade you to believe my idea. To be a surgeon, to be a SIU director, I don't need soft power. I just force you to follow my rule. However, to be a mayor of Taipei City, It's impossible to use hard power only. I must persuade you to believe in my idea. I must persuade you to do something. So, as a Taipei City Mayor, you need 80,000 officials to serve people. Then, through the Taipei City government, okay, you can influence the whole Taiwan. So it's impossible to use hard power only to lead the big population. You need soft power. And in my own opinion, soft power is much powerful than hard power. How about Taiwan value? Many people asked me this question. And to me, universal value realized in Taiwan are Taiwan value. Taiwan value includes democracy, freedom, diversity, openness, rule of law, human rights, sustainability, and care for the underprivileged. These are universal values, and I believe them. Among them, the core values are democracy and freedom. What is democracy? The nation should be owned by all people. Every citizen has the right to participate in politics. This is democracy. Freedom. The freedom should be based on tolerance. However, the limit of freedom is not to invade other people's freedom. Diversity. Taiwan is an immigrant society, so diversity is very important. You must tolerate something different from you. So diversity is very important to an immigrant society like Taiwan. Openness, open your mind to the whole world. You need accept and respect something different from you. So openness is another value. Rule of law. A nation should be ruled by laws, okay, not by persons, okay. Human rights. To treat human rights as human rights. When I was a doctor, okay, I always told my students, okay, to treat patients as patients. This means what? What does this mean? Okay, no matter they are men or women, no matter they are black or white, no matter they are old or rich, they are patients. So, as a doctor, you treat patients as patients. The same idea applies to my role as a mayor. To treat citizens as citizens, okay? No matter who they are, no matter they are from, no matter which party they belong to, okay? They are citizens. So you treat citizens as citizens. This is human right. Sustainability. We favor green policy. We favor environment protection policy. We always think what kind of Taiwan we should bring to the next generation, okay? So treat our own problem in our generation. Care for underprivileged. To care for the poor is not because of mercy, but because of self-protection. If there are too many underprivileged persons in your society, surrounding you, okay, you are in danger. So, to care for poor is not for mercy, but for self-protection. And there are three factors in your policy decision making: public opinion, science, and the value. Of course, we are not against the majority. So public opinions are very important in our decision making. Okay, science. Try to be a scientist, not fortune teller. Okay. Policy should be based on science. Okay, your policy should be scientific. And finally, value. Value are something very subjective. However, I believe it's the values that distinguish between different parties. Okay, so, and what kind of value? I mean, every day you exchange something in your daily life, something you keep in your mind, and you never exchange. That's your value. So, to me, I believe in universal values. Okay, in a word, public opinion, science, and value. These three factors, you use these three factors to decide your policy. if you wanted to know someone, you had better check his past history, okay, past his career, because one's behavior is heavily influenced by his past experience. I was a surgical critical care specialist, so this is why I am a foreign body, okay. I am in Taiwan politics. I am much different from most politicians in Taiwan. Maybe I can say most politicians in this world, okay. But why I'm so unique? First of all, as a surgeon, of course, I'm very practical. For example, the pre-operation diagnosis is large intestine perforation. And when you open the belly, and you find, okay, you find a small intestine perforation, okay. Which organs will you operate on? Small intestine or large intestine? Of course, small intestine. Because the main purpose is to save the patient, not to keep your operation procedure. So, we must change according to the situation. So, I changed my operation procedure with only a purpose to save the patient's life. Okay. So, as a surgeon, we must be very practical. The same is male. We can change, but with only one purpose: to achieve the way. I mean, to pursue the well-being of the people. I believe the outcome decides. Okay, the same. What is important is to save the patient's life, not to maintain your not to insist on your operation procedure. Okay. And accuracy. You know, in ICU or emergency, we take turns to care for a patient. So, we must trust each other. So, honesty is a necessary part in the, how to say, in the teamwork. If there is no, without honesty, okay, it's impossible to trust each other. Without a trust, it's impossible to be a team. And without a team, it's impossible to care patients in ICU or emergency. So, accuracy, honesty, okay. These values are highly emphasized, highly appreciated in ICU or emergency. Quickness. Of course, as a surgeon, you must be quick. This is why I eat quickly, walk quickly. In fact, I do everything quickly, okay. If the heart stops for more than 5 minutes, no matter what you do, it's nothing. Because once the brain, once there is no blood flow to your brain for more than 5 minutes, you will be brain dead. So no matter what you do, the outcome is, how to say, is very poor. So we must be quick. We must do something in time, at least in time, okay. And the professionalism, of course, as a medical professor, I believe and respect professionalism, okay. This is why I insist the policy should be based on science. We must be scientists, not fortune tellers, okay. Evidence-based medicine. We practice based on evidence-based medicine. This means data. Without statistics, it's impossible for you to make a reasonable judgment. So we need the data to judge. Communication. Communication is a necessary part in your clinical practice. You must communicate with your patient's family, or even your own team members. So without communication, it's impossible to practice in medicine. Hippocratic oath. This is human rights, okay. We treat patients as patients, no matter they are young or old, no matter they are white or black, no matter they are men or women, okay. We treat patients as patients. And finally, hardworking. From my point of view, okay, most politicians are too lazy. Okay. As a surgeon, of course, we are hardworking. So, my idea is that policies, politics should be realized in people's daily life. If we can treat all small problems well, there will be no big problems. Okay.